because I know a lot are not able to hear me when I'm using my phone. But it's not August, it's September now, so it's not windy outside. So if you're able to hear me properly, tell me. And also, I've posted the Discord link on the video description, so you should be able to join our Discord when you click on the link. Guys, tell me if you're able to hear me properly, because I don't know if I should invest on an external mic, right? No, I mean, like, clearly, are you able to hear me clearly? It's not windy outside, so I want to know if you're able to hear me clearly. When I'm recording with my phone and I'm not live, because there are some settings that I use. I can choose which which microphone to use, because the phone has like two cameras, the front camera and the rear camera. So hopefully, you see, YouTube is gonna be like, oh yeah, you got a copyright strike, because like, that's what I'm saying, that it has to find a way to make this work. Just be recording and then someone passes by playing music and then you got a copyright strike. You're like, dude, I don't even like that song. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard that song before. I can hear you clearly. No, that's great. That's great, because I didn't want to get a new mic. I didn't want to get a new mic. One of the biggest guys, we click on the link if you want to join the Discord. What I like to do is that every time when I do a live, after the live we go straight to Discord and have a discussion. It's so nice, guys. Like, we can have a video discussion where people can join and we talk. We did that the last time and it was really nice. I was just testing that out, and yeah, it worked out fine. So I think we can do that more often, you know. So join the live, join the Discord. If you don't have a Discord account, create it. It's nice. It's nice. Trust me. All right. Back from Hell says finally made live. Yeah, that's actually my fault. Like, me not telling people when I'm actually going live, right? Like, that is 100% my fault. One of the biggest questions that I've ever asked myself is, I know that this is a prison. I told you that many times. It shouldn't be something that people should even doubt at this point. We've seen a lot to not think that we're in prison. But one of the biggest questions that I've asked myself is, am I really a prisoner? I'm a prisoner, but am I really a prisoner? What does that even mean? What if I'm being manipulated to look at myself as a prisoner? In fact, I might need to use the other route because of the music. You know how it is. But, like, what if I'm being manipulated to look at myself like a prisoner, right? It's a very, very important question. What if, as a conscious being, you actually have the power, but you don't know that you do? Let me give you a simple example. I always compare life to dreams, because there isn't that much difference, right? If you're having a dream where you totally believe that you are a slave, like, you totally believe, you have no doubt in your mind that you're a slave, and that's what seems true on every level, then you are a slave in a dream, because that's what you totally believe. That's what you are accepting as truth. So that is true. You are actually what you believe you are. I believe this was created to be a prison, but I have a feeling that you have some power. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a conscious being, you actually do have power. And it boils down to how sure are you that you actually do have power, right? Like, that's what it really boils down to. Do you believe that? Do you feel that you do have power? Do you feel totally defeated? Do you feel like there is no other way? There is no way to set myself free. Like, that's it. It's over. As a conscious being, there is no other way. I'm going to keep on reincarnating back here. I'm going to keep on experiencing the same BS, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I actually do have power, but I don't know that yet. And maybe I should spend the rest of my life trying to figure out what my power is. Like, what is your true power? If you do have power, then it's your duty to figure out what that power is. I can tell you this, that this was designed to be a prison. Everything tells you that this is a prison. Everything. Like, there's nothing that tells you that this is not a prison. But are you really a prisoner? Or you just feel like you are because you haven't discovered your truest power? I've made many videos talking about the importance of choosing love over fear, and I wanna extend on that. Like, I wanna elaborate on that. I want people to really understand something that I'm starting to understand. I'm only beginning to understand. Ever notice that this realm actually thrives on your weaknesses, like your fears, negative emotions and all of that? Ever realize that when you are afraid, you are giving this room power? When you're anxious, you're giving this room power. When you choose to act on fear, you're actually giving this room power, right? And if you choose to be brave, you're not giving this room power. Like, the power has always been within. I want to give you many examples of how you actually choose fear over love, and you'll understand what I really mean when I say maybe the secret is you choosing love over fear. It's you being like, you know what, man, I am afraid, I'm anxious, I don't know if I can do this, I doubt myself, but you know what, I'm going to choose to do what I want to do. Even if you fail consistently, I believe that that's where the power is. That's where your truest power is. And the reason why I tell you that is because I don't believe this ends here, right? I don't believe this is the end. I believe that this keeps on continuing. So let's say you decide that, okay, you know what? I'm going to choose fear consistently. What do you think is going to happen after this, right? Let's say you keep on choosing fear. What do you think is going to happen? So you're not choosing love. You're constantly choosing fear. In every dream that you're having, you're choosing fear. That means that even in your afterlife, you're going to be choosing fear. And if you're choosing fear, you're automatically a prisoner by default. So maybe the only power that this hell realm has is in convincing you that you are weaker. It's in convincing you that you can't rise up and actually be strong. And I'm not even talking about you succeeding in life, you getting what you want and all of that. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about you being able to conquer your own demons. You know what I'm saying? You being able to feel like, yo, I can do this, or it doesn't matter if I win or lose, but I'm still going to choose to do what I want to do. Like, it's totally up to me, and it's always been totally up to me, right? It has not been up to anyone else. If I'm in a situation where I want to do something and I'm afraid to do it and I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid to do it, am I not giving this room power? Think about it. I'm like, I want to do this, and I'm talking about anything, bro. Anything. Like, if I really want to do something and I'll be like, let me do it. Am I not choosing love over fear? I can tell myself why I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell myself why I can't express myself, why I can't start a YouTube channel and talk about some topics. I can tell myself that. And I can find good reasons not to do that. But I'm choosing fear. So what am I sending to my subconscious? Am I not saying that I must be fearful and that's how I'm going to be in every realm? I remember I asked you this question, that when you are in your dreams, ain't you afraid of the same things that you're afraid of now? If you're afraid of snakes, if you see a snake in your dream, you're going to be afraid of it. You're not going to be playing with a snake in your dream if you're afraid of snakes. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to be afraid of this snake because you already, and there's nothing wrong with being afraid of snakes. I'd say when it comes to snakes, choose fear. It's fine. You don't have a lot to lose. But there are situations where you truly have a lot to lose and you choose fear over love, right? When it comes to you being authentic, you speaking your truth, you choose, you still be like, you know what, I'm going to choose fear. And you find that you get used to that. So every time when you have to speak your truth, you're basically choosing fear. You're like, you know what, I'm not used to this. This feels unfamiliar. You know, me choosing love feels unfamiliar. So I'm definitely going to... Guys, let's join the Discord. The link is on the video description. Like I told you, this time around, we're going to make the work. Every time when I do a live when I'm at home, going straight to Discord so that we'll have a discussion about what we were talking about. Because sometimes you guys come ask me questions and then I tell you what I think, and sometimes you don't even agree with what I'm saying. So it'll be beautiful for you to talk to me live. You know what I'm saying? And we see what really makes sense. I keep on telling you that what's really important is figuring out what actually makes sense more than anything else. Too many cars today. People are coming from work. When women stop having children, they'll be so happy. What about men? Don't you think that men are contributing to that? Like, it's not just women, because you kind of like seem like you're only blaming women, as if women have children their own without men. Is that how it works? If the guy hit me, it would have been 100% his fault. I would have had it live on video. Hey, but there's too many cars, man. People are coming back from work, so that is why there is too many cars. It's gonna get dark soon, so hopefully YouTube settings are actually going to, allow me to at least increase the contrast so that you guys will be able to see me. Where is this? Browns John Hunt. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, it's South Africa. It's South Africa, it's Soweto in South Africa. Aliza Rose says life is depressing because the world centers I can't even say that. Some things you can't even say on YouTube because of the guidelines. But yeah, do you genuinely feel like you don't have power, like you're totally defeated as a conscious being? Like, that's it. Because you are self-aware and you exist, you will always be a prisoner. Or there are some things that you can do, even if you are still in this world, that's gonna set you free. How often do you choose to do things that you don't actually want to do? Let me ask you a simple question. Let's say when you were young, your parents sent you to school and you said you were too damn conscious that you realized what was happening there. And you're like, you know what, I'm going to find my own way. Let me choose what I truly believe in. Maybe I have talent in music. Let me pursue that. Maybe I want to be a boxer or whatever. Let me pursue that, rather than going to a school where I'll be taught how to label a locust. You know what I'm saying? Let's say all your life you've been choosing what you want. Even if you fail, don't you think that that will do something to your subconscious? Like you'll be this person who's constantly choosing what they want, and that is how you free yourself. Maybe life's final test is whether you will be able to choose love over fear no matter what. You'll choose to do what you want to do no matter what. You know, whether you believe in yourself or not, whether you believe you can do it or not, you're like, you know what, this is what I want, this is what I desire, and I'm going to do it. You know, I'm not going to find reasons not to do it. I'm going to find reasons to do it. You see, as a conscious, because you're already operating at a very high level of consciousness. So imagine if you're only doing what you wanted to do. Like someone like you who's operating at a high level of consciousness, doing exactly what they want to do all the damn time, right? Obviously, you're setting yourself free by default. I was having a conversation with someone about anxiety. I was like, before, let me tell you this. Before I started a YouTube channel, I was afraid to go live on Facebook. Right? I'll be anxious to be like, I want to go live, but I don't even know if I'm gonna make sense. I don't even know how to express myself. Right? I was afraid. Even starting a YouTube channel, it's not that I wasn't afraid. I was. Like recording a video, putting it online, and people are able to watch that video. Like that is scary, but I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to record videos and put them online. And I became, like, as time went by, I became confident, more and more confident. So it got to a point where I was able to conquer my own anxiety. So you being able to conquer your anxiety has to do with you doing what you need to be doing. And you might say, well, it's because your channel is successful, so that is why you feel that way. No, there are things that I've done that didn't really work out, but because I kept on trying, it got to a point where I didn't care about failure anymore. I'm like, why should I? At the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna happen. Do you get it? Like, you don't know life like that. You don't know if you try to do something, what's gonna happen. You don't know what tomorrow brings and all of that. You know, the whole thing is so damn unpredictable. So can you blame yourself for trying something and you fail? Even if you fail miserably, even if you become embarrassed, it needs to get to a point where you understand this truth, is that you don't know what's going to happen when you try to do something. There will always be these humans who try to bring your spirit down. But if you are an intellectually honest thinker, you will still think in a way that sets you free, regardless of what happens. Zenon, the alien, says, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. When I bend my hand, bro, it's just that now at least I have this. I was like, how? How did that even happen? How did I end up bending my hand? Right? It doesn't, you never predict that one day you'll be on the stove, trying to like cook onion, and the next thing, weirdest thing ever, you got fish oil on your hand and it's hot, and now it's bending your hand and it's very painful. You never predict that. You think people who wake up in the morning and go to work and they get involved in a car accident, they die, they thought of it, they thought that was going to happen, they had plans. You never predict what's going to happen in this realm. So even when you try to do something, bro, you never know if it's going to work out or if it's not going to work out. You never know that for sure. But your job really is to consistently, so that even when you're dreaming, you're doing what you want to do no matter what. I told you guys that I've had dreams where I was having that, like the last sleep paralysis that I experienced. There was this shadow figure that entered my room through the window. I saw it, and I immediately became angry and I wanted to attack it. That thing tried to run away and I grabbed it. And I wanted to attack. You see, I chose love over fear. It's like, no, I gotta attack this thing. I'm not gonna be afraid. Like, you answered my room. What the heck are you doing here? And then I woke up and I was like, this is garbage. Why do we keep on having these experiences? Like, this is garbage, bro. The mentioned Mr. Krabs, life's only purpose is to minimize suffering, and that's it. What do you mean? I want you to explain that. FDEX, uh, the real estate is not abandonable anymore. People cannot mate if no house. Yep, sex is the only purpose of life. What do you mean? Vicky, but if you are here only to have sex, you never felt the true life. Yeah? Kakalora, is everything predestined? So why fear? We can't escape our fate. Exactly. I wouldn't say everything is predestined. I would say everything is a result of causality. I don't think there's a plan. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's like a cosmic plan. Like, the story, like, they know how the story is going to end. Like, if you watch WWE, for an example, is scripted, right? But there's no real plan. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they know they're gonna sign Roman Reigns. They knew they were gonna sign Roman Reigns in 2005. They didn't in 2005. They didn't know. It's just they can plan things now, and not everything works out. They can plan and then try to change the script. I remember when John Cena turned heel, people wanted Cody Rhodes to win, I think, and I think he ended up winning because they had to listen to what the people wanted. So you could never truly predict what is going to happen in this realm. But you have to understand that everything is a result of causality. It's a result of cause and effect. I'm doing this live because of causality. It's not because of anything else. It's 100% because of causality. Maybe I was just sitting in my room and I was listening to a song, and this one, it hit me that, you know what, you just gotta talk about this today. And there's no there's no electricity, there's load reduction, so you have to be working and recording, doing your video live, basically, other than recording it. That's gonna be best, right? It's causality. It's not predestined. It's not predestination. And I do believe this, what I'm about to tell you now, that if you constantly choose love over fear because you've watched this video, things are going to not go the way that they were going to go if you didn't watch this video. You get what I'm saying? So it's cause and effect. So me making this video will have caused you to think differently, and that will have made you choose love over fear. The moon seems weird, bro. Like, when I was switching the screen and look at the moon, I was like, this thing is weird. There are a lot of cars that are passing, so I want you guys to tell me if you're still able to hear me well. Right? There are a lot of cars that are passing. Like I told you, that I don't know if I should try to invest on an external mic, or because I know the mic is good, but when I'm live, I don't know if the mic is being used to its full potential. Like, when I'm recording a video, I know it's good. So you guys tell me. Vicky, do you think before society, government system, and programming was planted as an idea in human mind, okay, we all worship one cosmic divine energy, and then we spilled into different religions and groups? I would say no, because if we didn't have anyone to tell us who to worship, we didn't worship anyone, right? But if there are people who are in power who are like, yo, you gotta worship this God and whatever, and they indoctrinate everyone, then people are gonna start worshiping something, right? And that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that people don't even realize, that it's all about power, bro. It's not even about truth. It's about power. If those who are powerful say this is who you gotta worship, they indoctrinate your children. That's who you're gonna worship. Why? Because it's what those who are in power are saying. It's what those who are in power are making you do. The same way that we go to school to become whatever we become, it's not like we agreed to this. It's not like we wanted this originally. Maybe we don't even want this. But those who are in power said, hey, education, yeah, your children have to be sent to school. So it's forced us to go to school, right? I remember when I was a kid, I didn't even want to go to preschool. I didn't want to go to not preschool, Sunday school. My mom just forced me. She's like, go, you gotta go. Look at all your friends that are going to Sunday school, so why are you not going to Sunday school? But like, no, mom, I ain't going to no Sunday school. I want to play with my friends. She was like, no. So obviously, if you keep on going to Sunday school and they keep on indoctrinating you, you're going to end up believing what they're telling you because, they're the only people that you're listening to and they're older. And at the time, you don't even question anything. You just think that people who are older are right. You see? But there are people who are so damn stubborn. I'm one of them. Who will still ask you. I was stubborn from day one, bro. Like, seriously, like from day one, I was the most stubborn kid that you could ever. I still haven't seen a kid that I feel it was as stubborn as me. I broke all the rules. Like, all our Sunday school teachers knew that I didn't listen to the rules. When they said, I used to go to church on a bicycle, right, with my sister, small bicycle that I had. So okay, I'll go. I knew how to ride like a two-wheel bike when I was like maybe 3, right? Okay, so yeah, I'll go to Sunday school. I think I was 8 with my sister, and they'll say no, put the bicycle outside. I'll be like, no, I ain't putting it outside. I don't feel like it's safe outside. Like, who's guarding it? So they used to allow everyone else who came with a bicycle had to keep it outside. I was the only one who was allowed to get in with a bicycle because they understood, and that's what I mean when I say you choose love over fear. Because people will actually get used to that. Hey, this one chooses love over fear. This one doesn't take nonsense. You see? So that's the kind of person that I was. And then as I got older, I think life humbled me a little bit, and then it made me realize a lot of things. So I would say that was necessary. But as I become more and more conscious, I'm going back to where I was in the beginning. This kid who is able to speak his truth without fear. You know what I'm saying? And that is his true power. That has always been his true power. You know what I'm saying? That has always been his true power. So it's something that I've always had to work on. I had to pan the camera the other side because the guy was peeing. Can't disrespect people like that. So yeah, it's I can feel it that character is coming back. That fearless child, that's the real me. That child that speaks his mind and that is not afraid of what people are going to think. I used to shock people ever since I was a kid, bro. Like, I'll be saying things that parents don't even expect. Like, yo, whose kid is this? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of person that I was. But life humbled me, and I became this person who was living in fear. At school, I'll be living in fear because of the things that I went through, because I was demoralized. You know what I'm saying? Because I experienced a lot of. That's why I'm telling you that you gotta rise above all of that. Because if you don't, no matter where you go, you will still be a prisoner by default, because you will still behave the same way. Listen, man, if you're gonna die today and you are in the afterlife, right? If you have been a fearful person all your life, you will literally be a fearful person in the afterlife. There's no other way. That means that in the afterlife you have to work on not being a fearful person. But what if you did that here? What if you tried to work? Because it's difficult here to not be a fearful person. It's very difficult to not be a fearful person in this kind of a realm. Gifty Sunny says we can hear you well. I'll get to the super thanks. Someone gave me a super thanks. Thank you all guys for that. Still good. Audio is okay. Audio is perfect. It means because it was August, guys. It was August. I told you that in August in South Africa it's super windy. So that was the actual problem. But now it's not windy. It's hot during the day. So it means we can do this a lot. We can go live a lot. And then we go straight to Discord. But today we're not going to go to Discord because I'm outside. What I will ask you to do is to click the Discord link in the description. Join the Discord server. And every time when I'm home and I go live, that means we are also going to go to Discord and have a discussion, because you guys will be able to join the conversation. I don't need to accept your I don't need to accept your request. You just join, right? So as long as there are people who are having a conversation on Discord, even if it's not me, that's what's beautiful. Like if there are people right now who are having a conversation on my Discord, I don't have to approve. They can just have a conversation, which is beautiful, because that's one of the things that we need to try to accomplish, is to build a strong community, where people are not going to feel alone. They know they can connect. That's why this time around I'm going to be monitoring everything, making sure that there are no people who are spamming the Discord. If you spam Discord, you're out. No negotiation, nothing. Because people know exactly why we created the Discord. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a place to mock other people. It's not a place to disrespect other people. It's a place to have serious discussion. If you watch my videos regularly, I don't disrespect people. There are people who've made videos and disrespected me. I've never even responded to them. I don't have time for it. I can't be responding to people who are saying negative things about me, unless they're coming up with a constructive argument against what I'm saying. I'll be like, okay, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, let's have a debate. Let's debate. Let's see who is more right. Do you get what I'm saying? Why not have these philosophical discussions? I love having philosophical discussions, but there are some people who are just trying to disrespect me. You say things, oh, he's influenced by the Illuminati and all of those things. I'll be like, all right, it's all good. I can't be responding to that, because it doesn't help anyone in any way. You get what I'm saying? The people who watch my videos know that this is coming straight from the heart. You know what I'm saying? So let's join the Discord. Nice what says audio is good, bro. No, thank you. Forge Tamer says we sing people suffer in our life. What do you mean? You mean life or life? Vicky, we worship nature. Basically, we gave food, shelter, water, and fire before we were urbanized. Yeah, we did, and maybe those were the best times. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with humanity in general. Some people are sick, and there's nothing we can do to prevent it. And this realm seems to favor those who are sick. Because here's the thing, it's not like there's anything that's preventing people from doing horrible things to each other. So if a person is sick and they're doing horrible things to others, and everyone is afraid, that person is gonna become powerful by default. I remember yesterday we were talking about this guy. I was playing snooker somewhere. I'm going to play snooker even today. So we're talking about this guy. He's from a village, one of the villages where I'm from. Everyone was afraid of him. You will be able to find people playing dice, take all their money, find people playing snooker, take all their money and just leave, and no one will say anything. Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the kind of people who are worshipped. Those are the kind of people who are trusted. Like, yo, yeah, this one is a great leader, blah, blah, blah. So that's the problem, right? And, the people that we worship back then, the Shaka Zulus, I don't know who people in your tribes worshipped, right? It was not the best people to worship, basically. It was just those who were just sick enough. And nature has always favored those. I remember 50 Cent said, respect comes from admiration or fear. But let me tell you this. The one who's feared is actually more, I won't say it's more powerful than the one who's admired, but I'll say it's more dangerous than the one who's admired. Because the one who's admired is just going to relax. The one who's feared will continue to do things that make other people more afraid of them. Do you get what I'm saying? The emotional remix, or responding to Final Destination. Final Destination is always talking about women, bro. I never understood that. I want you to tell me why. You get what I'm saying? Why are you always talking about women? What's so important about that? Because it seems like that's it. That's your main focus. It's like to talk about women all the time. Okay, let's see. Xenon the alien. Causality is the force that controls the direction humanity goes in. One event triggers another continuously, exactly. And that's which, like, if you're in power and you understand that, that's witchcraft. If you're in power and you understand the power of causality, that's witchcraft, bro. If you know that if I say this, this is how people are going to react, and this is how people are going to think, that is power. That's understanding causality. Causality is that's power, bro. That's it. Let's not talk about predestination here, because things can go wrong. You can plan how things are going to go, but things still go wrong. But when you talk about causality, things can never truly go wrong, because everything happens because of something else. Things don't just happen out of nowhere. So that's what I mean when I say we are simply victims of causality. Let me switch off the camera for a while. I'm still here with you guys. I hope you guys are still with me. We are back. I hope they are playing snooker where I'm going to play snooker, and I'll probably play live. So you guys better brace yourself for professional snooker player. I'm just playing. I kind of suck. But yeah, I'm going there to play snooker, guys. Okay, let's keep on going. Final Destination says people are fake and pointless. NPCs, normies, dummies, robots, ships with. This might sound super negative, but it is true that people are fake, bro. But we need to understand why people are fake. You know what I'm saying? Are people fake because they simply want to be fake, or they were taught to be fake? They were rewarded for being fake. So when you were a kid, you were real. You were real, you were honest. And your parents said, oh, you can't say that. That is wrong. That is evil. Or you should be punished for saying that. You know, so you say something and your parents don't react positively to it. Is there something truthful and your parents don't respond positively? You know what I'm saying? They make you think that you're a bad person, you're a bad kid, you know. So to be respectful to your elders is to say what your elders are saying you must say. To be respectful to your teachers, to be respectful to your principal, you had to say what they're saying is okay to say. So they reward you for being fake. Whenever you try to express yourself, they whenever you try to express yourself like honestly, they punish you, right? They punish you. They make you feel like there's something wrong with you. They talk to your parents about it, like, oh, this one disrespected me because, you know, he said this, he said that, and then you grow up thinking that no, it's not okay to be honest. It's not okay to be vulnerable. It's not okay. It's not okay to say what I mean. So now you end up being fake, and we end up rewarding fakeness over realness. So people get used to that, because at the end of the day, humans are trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people are just trying to be, you know, alive and suffering and all of that. They want to survive. They want their survival need met. You know what I'm saying? So that is why a lot of people are fake. Thanks, Yan, for the super thanks, man. What if you were programmed by fear as a child and grow up to be an adult? How do you distinguish love if you grew up in chaos? No, that's a good question. I think it has, like, if you ever want to do something, you must ask yourself why you want to do it in the first place. So, do I want to do what I want to do because I'm afraid of something else? Or I want to do what I want to do simply because I just want to do it. So there's no fear, right? It's something that's coming directly from me. Like, you can sense it that no, this is not coming from fear, because it's hard if you are brainwashed, right? Like, if you are brainwashed to think a certain way or to feel a certain way, you can't even know like who the real you is, or what are your true feelings about something, or what are your true perspectives about something, right? So you never, because if you've had to be fake your whole life trying to survive, it's hard to, obviously it's going to be hard to figure out what you truly want. But I think there will still be a part of you that knows, like, whenever you're in a situation where you have to make a decision, to choose love over fear, like, you feel it inside that this is what I want to choose. I want to choose to do what I really want to do, but I'm afraid of the consequences. Like, you can be in a situation, let me give you a simple example here. Let's say you are supposed to do a speech, and there are a lot of people who are expecting you to lie, or to not speak the whole truth, or to just say the most positive things that can be said. But you know that a lot of people who are watching, and you want to speak the truth. You know deeply that you want to speak the truth. Obviously, choosing love will be you speaking the truth. 100%. It's you figuring out that, oh, in this situation, actually, it's a perfect situation for me to express myself as honestly as I can without actually holding back. So you know, like, there will be a part of you that actually knows. I think I might need to use the other street here, because there's always gonna be copyright problems. Like, I keep on telling you that this is what I think YouTube should work on, but let's keep on going. Yeah, school is total programming, 100%, bro. I was one of those kids who spoke his minds, and I was always discouraged. And it's not because I was wrong. I was questioning everything since I was a kid, bro. And the crazy thing is, I was more brave than I am now, and it's something that I'm still working on. Like, when I was a kid, I was super brave compared to how I am now. Now it's a bit windy, guys. Tell me how the audio is, because I can feel it that it's actually windy. It's at night. We're still experimenting here, figuring out. I know the audio, like, the mic is very good on this phone. They like, it has a really, really good mic. Or maybe I need to buy something just to use it to cover the mic, just in case it's windy. The good thing is that it's not gonna be windy, and like, it's not gonna be windy until like August next year. Final Destination says women are choosy. Even men are choosy. You know, because here's the thing: if you are a very attractive man, and all the women are throwing themselves at you, you're not gonna just be taking, like, you're not gonna just be, dating. Just saying, like, there will be a lot of girls who you'll have slept with that you never even contact again. That you block. So that's the thing. Is that men don't mind having sex with women they don't love, and but they're still choosy. So as a man, because like I said, men don't mind having sex with women that they love, they don't even love. You prioritize that. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman is kind of like protecting herself in that way, you feel like she's choosy. But even men are choosy. It's how it is. It's how nature works. People will always choose what they feel is best, especially if, because social proof is a real thing, right? So if many people are saying that, oh, that's what is good, then a lot of people are going to gravitate towards that. Xenon, the alien, says the people who control the system, money, food, they decide where human beings are supposed to go. 100%, man. It's always been the people who are in power who decide at the end of the day. Their opinions matter. Think about small communities. Think about small communities. The one who has money is the one that everyone is willing to listen to. Think about church. You go to church, the ones who are listened to are the ones who have money. Even the pastor is going to listen to the one who actually has money. He doesn't give a damn about your poor ass. You could be right. You could be beyond right. You could be speaking the realest truth ever. That's actually going to lead y'all to. That's going to lead everyone to success, to salvation, whatever you believe. But here's the thing: the pastor ain't going to be listening to that one. No. The pastor is going to be listening to the one with money. Do you get what I'm saying? In families, that's how it is. If you have relatives and there's a problem in the family, the one who has money is the one that will be listened. It doesn't matter how right you are. I don't think people get that. You'll be frustrated thinking that people don't respect you. Yeah, they don't care because you don't have money. It's money that talks. They didn't lie when they say money talks. You could be saying the dumbest. Listen, man, you could stand in front of people and make stupid jokes. Everyone is going to laugh because you got money. Do you understand that? They don't care. You got money. That's it. They have to laugh. You are funny because you got money. I don't think you guys are hearing me. Like, seriously, man. Money talks in this realm. Gift he sends, says, let's start a group for exploring life. Join the Discord server, man. It's on the description. Join now. And after every live that we're going to do, we're going to go on Discord, except today, because I'm going somewhere. I'm not in my room. But when I'm in my room, after the live, we're going straight to Discord and having a conversation on Discord. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everyone can join the video chat. Everyone. No one, like, I don't have to accept your request. You just join and you can talk at any time. That's what's actually beautiful. And you know what I like about the people who join the Discord? They don't talk while others are talking, which is something that I didn't even expect. It's like they will listen. If a person is talking, they will listen, and then they will talk when it's their turn. You don't even have to say to moderate anything. They'll just choose to talk when it's their turn. Like, oh, it's my turn, or I think I must talk now because I have something to say. It's so damn beautiful, man. So people are able to connect. So yes, the Discord, the first time it was toxic because of the chat, not because of the conversations that we're having. You know what I'm saying? Not because of the conversations that we're having, like on video. Loon say, I want to move. Does anyone have any advice? What do you mean move? You mean to move to another place, another country? Loon Benedictine, what is it like living where you are at? The thing is, I don't know how it will be like for another person, like who comes from a different country, like the US. But if you feel that the US is not the right place for you, you might actually like it this side. You might actually like it this side. The problem, okay, it depends on this, right? Because I know this. Let me not even say racism, but it might not be very easy to adapt in a place full of black people, right? It's like just black people and you're white. It might not be easy, but if you find yourself in a white neighborhood, I love those lights. This is actually beautiful. I don't know what's being done there, but the lights are beautiful. If you find yourself in a predominantly like white, like neighborhood, and yeah, I think you could thrive. You could. South Africa is not as bad as people think, especially if you are kind of doing your own thing. you're not relying on government. Like what's made South Africa bad is the government. That's it. South Africa was actually going to be good if the government was actually, like we had the apartheid government, it was garbage, so people suffered because of that. Now we have this democratic thing going on, and still it's not working because of the corruption and all of that, you see. So that's the real problem. The emotional remix, I was talking to Yarn. Xenon the alien, politicians can say vote for me or else you don't eat, and no affordable living, and then get a bunch of votes. 100%, man. And it's what I've always hated about politics is that it's always been about who has the support of the richest people. Because again, I told you that money talks. If rich people are supporting me, obviously I'm gonna be able to go from place to places, you know what I'm saying, campaigning and all of that, giving people free food, free drinks, and they come and listen to me, and I say vote for me, I'm gonna save y'all. That's it. They're not even gonna listen to whether I make sense or not. They're not even gonna listen to whether I'm intelligent or not, and capable of actually running the country. They're not even gonna listen to that. It won't matter to them because the money, right? Because of the money. Gift to sinners is great life. No, life. No, thank you guys. Like I said, I bought this phone to do this, specifically to do this. I told you guys that we're gonna be doing lives more regularly. Like this channel is gonna be fun, guys. I'm telling y'all. Like, can you imagine? After every life, we go straight to Discord and we have discussions. It'll be beautiful, you know. Because there's a lot to talk about, and I think there's a lot of things that people want to say. Maybe they can't create YouTube channels, whatever reason, but they would want to express themselves and talk to like-minded people. So it's great to talk and be listened to and be heard. You know, being able to express yourself honestly, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, man. Trust me. Alez Rose says, African women, stop having children, please. Your man does not build nothing for you. um, I think it's like that everywhere, you know, like in every country, there are men who have something and there are men who don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's not an African thing, but also realize this. There was a time in Africa where men were able to take care of their families for real, you know, because things were very simple. But now, because of not communism, because of capitalism, lack of employment and all of that, it's hard, bro. You know, if you grow up in a village as a black child who doesn't have access to anything, it's hard to kind of like find a way in this world. But you're right when you say they must stop having children, because that should be a sign that something is wrong. But I just wanted to make that point. It is true that there is something wrong with this place, and we are seeing proof of that all the time, you see. Demented Mr. Krebs says, how the hell did I end up in hell? That's a very good question. But like I said, the only way that I think we can actually free ourselves is by choosing love over fear, man. It's you being like, let me do this life in the streets because I want to express myself. There's no electricity, and I'm not gonna not talk to the people that I want to talk to because there's no electricity. I'm still gonna do it, so I will still go live in the street in Soweto, looking all crazy, but still be able to. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you gotta train yourself. Because in the beginning, it used to be very difficult. But as you do it, it gets to a point where you get so damn used to it that you can do it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where you can actually speak the truth anywhere. So like I said, you choose love over fear consistently. Maybe sometimes it's not advisable to choose love if the danger is real in that situation, because most of the time people choose fear over love, even if there's no danger, but it's because of how they were programmed to think. Maybe they're afraid of small dangers, like being disliked by someone, just one person. So I'm saying, choose love over fear consistently, and I believe that's when the magic will start happening. Let's keep on going. Carrie said I will join. Please do check the link and join before the link expires, because this has been a problem with the Discord, right? Is that uh you put the link in the description, and then after a few days the link is expired. I never understood that about Discord, but it is what it is. I will have to make sure that I put the link in the description of every video, so that people will have access. Where's the Discord link? It's in the description. Check the video description. Uh, it's just that because I'm using my phone, I'm not sure if I can post in the comment. When I did live the other time, I was able to come. When I went live the other time, I was able to post in the comment. Naso says, do you think language determines who you are? Yes, it does, actually. You see, if you speak a very limited language, there will be a lot that you don't even understand. We think through language as humans. That's the thing. So if you speak a language that's very limited, you don't, like, your language doesn't have words like consciousness. To you, all is the brain, basically. Like, consciousness is the brain, awareness is the brain. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously there will be a lot of things that you will not be able to understand because of that. So that's the thing about humans, we think through language. So if you grow up in a place where I grew up and you only speak one language, it's very hard to wake up. It's very hard to be able to operate at a high level of consciousness. That is why it's important to try to improve your vocabulary. Because you actually, I'm not talking about using useless words, you know. You listen to some people using useless words, you're like, that doesn't even make any sense. I'm talking about you trying to improve your vocab, like try to learn new things, right? Last week I've just learned about a new, like a mental, it's not even a new thing, but to me it was, it's a causes, right? It's a mental disorder, that animals suffer from when they are, they are in captivity. I have not really thought of it until I came across that word, and I was like, oh, zoocosis. That's actually a, like, you know what I mean? Like, that unlocked something within me. And I made a video talking about it, and I said, I think I suffer from zoocosis, and I explained why I think I suffer from zoocosis. I think, guys, bear with me, because I think I have to I might actually need to pause the. I actually need to switch off the mic for a while. I told you that with YouTube you can get a copyright strike. So let me do that for a while, for just a couple of seconds. All right. I think I'm in the right street. But yeah, bravery is important, guys. Bravery is really, really important. Domesticated Mr. Krabs says being in a whole room is an ideal. Eliza says I could never ever replicate myself. Just want to suffer and cater to males. Like what the f? I think this is where I can place nuclear. Majid, then uveka loko vona mina so. All right, all right. Yeah, yeah, take a shot. Take a shot. Loko ku ri u ta swi kota ku xi vekela u vo xi vekela ne. Yeah, I'm gonna play snooker with the kids here. They are learning actually at a very like early age how to play. So, but let me be outside for a while because I still gotta talk to you all guys. After kungena man after game le. Oh, all right, no problem. All right, all right. So I'm just gonna be outside. There's this kid that says he's gonna win and he's gonna challenge me. So I'm just gonna like play a few games here. But yeah, man, like I've been telling you that what's really important. I like the fact that this phone actually does well in low light. This is actually good. Let's see. Trying to respond to the comments here. FedEx says women can say yes and no at the same time. It's a photo. Okay, so this is the thing, bro. And this is very important because I've seen a lot of men make mistakes when it comes to this. Yes, it is true. I've seen that happen many them times. And sometimes it leads to the worst thing that you can think of, right? Because you don't know what to think, but I think you need to reach a point where you are so damn honest about, like, you know what I'm saying, about the whole thing. Like, let's just say you want to sleep with a woman. It's very important to be clear and be as manly as possible. And here's what I mean. So maybe a woman will say yes to you, and then she kind of like change her mind, like she doesn't want to when you're touching her. You need to get to a point where you're just real with her, bro. Like, talk to her about what happens and what men actually deal with, and she's probably gonna say no, and it's fine. Even if you take an L, even if she's gonna talk about you and say you are dumb because she gave you a chance and all of that, because she can decide after the whole thing, and she can decide to say you are a bad person, you did that, you did this, you did that to her. So to protect yourself, knowing how the law works, you need to get a yes that is definitive. Let me put it that way. How to join the Discord? Okay, people are joining the Discord, which is great. I can see the notifications here that people are actually joining. I see Call the Truth is also joined. It's Naruto. I think Naruto has been here the whole time. But that's the thing. Like, I think it's very easy to join, right? If you just click the link in the description and you already have a Discord account, it's gonna be easy. If you don't, you're gonna be able to log in using the email, which is very, very simple. I need to go and buy something outside before I start playing. But guys, yeah, like I was telling you all, that the trick is choosing love over fear, bro. Like, that's really going to be your savior. It's you. Like, every man has to be his own savior, man. You can't be expecting someone else to save you. I don't think that's gonna work. You have to take responsibility for your consciousness, for your experience, right? As a human, as a sentient being, you have to take full responsibility for that, because you are having this experience, like it or not. You are literally having this experience. You get what I'm saying? So to expect another person to save you, that's gonna lead to failure by default, right? It's you who has to save yourself. It's you who has to choose yourself, right? It's always been up to you. That is why I never believed in people who are being worshipped in our societies. Like, oh, this person is this person is that. Like, I believe in those who make sense, and that's why I listen to them. Not even because of their status or because a lot of people are supporting what they're saying, but really because they are making sense, right? Like, that's it. So I hope, guys, you guys are able to join, and you can tell me if there are problems. Like, you're unable to join the Discord. You can tell me and try to figure out a plan. I'll start to figure out a plan. I've been trying to train myself to be brave, because I know that if I live in fear, I'm gonna live in fear even in my own dreams. This morning when I woke up, I was having a bad dream, but I like how I responded to the whole thing, because I guess you can't choose the kind of dreams that you have, but when you are in the dream, you can be brave and act in ways that you also can see that, no, this is liberating. I'm actually freeing myself by how I'm acting. I could choose to be a coward, and obviously I'm going to be punished for being a coward. Or I could choose to be real, to be honest, to stand up for myself. So if I'm constantly choosing to stand up for myself, then I'm able to produce good results even within a dream, right? And I think if you can master your dreams, like if you can master your dreams constantly, because I think sometimes people think that being lucid in your dreams, that's the way to win. I think it's you thinking it's a dream, it's real, right? You're not even lucid. So you think it's real, and you're like, I'm still not gonna choose fear over love. I'm still gonna choose to be fearless, even though this seems real, right? So you're constantly choosing love over fear, no matter how the dream feels. Like, if you can do that, like, you don't have to do that 100% of the time, but I know that many people are doing, like, they're choosing love over fear, like maybe 15% of the time, right? Maybe 15% of the time you are actually choosing fear subconsciously, like you don't even realize it when it's happening. I want you guys to bear with me for a while. All right, guys, I hope y'all are still here. I'll switch everything on in like a minute. I'll switch the camera on in like a minute. Just need to do something quickly. Thank you. All right, guys, be patient with me. Be patient with me. Be patient with me. And we are back. So, like I was saying, that I have this deep belief that if I constantly do what I want to do, no matter how fearful I am, no matter how fearful I am, I will be setting myself free by default. And I gave you many examples. Social anxiety, it does get to a point where a person will tell themselves that I have a mental illness because I feel anxious, right? And it is true to some extent. Like, if you're going to be anxious your whole life and you never choose to do what you're afraid to do, and I'm not saying you should be social. I mean, people suck. I'm not even social, but I don't think I have social anxiety. I'm just not social because I know people suck. So it's not because I'm afraid to be social, it's because people suck, and I'm like, I need to, I can't make friends, I can't. And besides, I just don't like to communicate with strangers. Right, in general, I don't like to communicate with strangers because what are we going to talk about? But there are some situations where you naturally have to communicate. I remember there's this girl who told me that sometimes when she's in a taxi, she's afraid to tell the taxi driver where to stop. You're like, she has a good voice, good personality, but she's afraid. And you can tell that it's just her and her own thoughts. It's her and her own demons. Like, the world does not care if you tell the taxi driver where to stop. The world doesn't look at you and be like, yeah, that's like, you know what I'm saying? No one is gonna, but then you're gonna suffer because of your own anxiety. And you going to continuously justify it. And yes, it does get to a point where it's actually an illness. It's the same with, like, drug addiction or alcohol addiction, right? You get, like, drink a lot that you actually get to a point where you are. Ole ole. Maru tlangin. I just I figure game I mean. Un bitana lo figure game I mean. After. No, after this game. Yeah. After the match, I'm one love. Oh, yeah, my. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining the live. Let's join the Discord and there's a link in the description. Let me try to play a few games. Like I told you guys that my like what I love doing is playing snooker. Like, that's my hobby. And there's no electricity where. All right, no look thing. So thank you all, guys.